Back here at Six Flags Over Texas, first weekend of February, and Runaway Mine is gone completely. Last time I was here, there were still a few pieces left, but it looks like it's all gone unless there's something really low that's still there. But this weekend is just absolutely perfect weather. Today's going to be 70 and sunny. Tomorrow's going to be mid-70s, maybe even upper 70s and sunny. But really, it doesn't get much better than this. And a Saturday, I expect there to be big crowds, but you never know. We got a test train going out. Not too many people here at opening. Still have a few people that went running for dear life. I don't run, but I power walk. I did 3 laps on Mr. Freeze in the first hour here. Now it's got a huge line. But Batman the Ride, still not open. Mr. Freeze has been running flawlessly. This problematic coaster has been open. The B&M is not. So they're having some kind of problems with Batman the Ride, but of course they are. It's a B&M. They're so unreliable. Fortunately, Mr. Freeze is very reliable. But that of course means that everybody's here. It's built up a long line and it is on one train ops, because that's what they do in the winter season. I went over to Runaway Mountain and it was literally a walk-on. I did 3 laps in about 20 minutes. I tried their junior coaster, the Grand Canyon Blaster, and once again I was given a very hard no. That is one of the strictest coasters I have ever seen as far as not letting you ride without a kid. And that's the thing, it's not even a kiddie coaster, it's a junior coaster, but yet you're not allowed to ride without a kid. Someday they'll change that rule, or at least give us an opportunity to get that very rare credit. That has been the most elusive coaster credit of ones that operate, of course. Something that ends up shutting down forever, like Volcano. Obviously I'll never get that, but as far as ones that operate that you think I ought to have a chance to get it sometime, that's the most elusive one there is. Went over to Shockwave. It was on one train, but that's okay. But New Texas Giant is on one train, and that is definitely not okay. The line took about an hour, and it was at a place in the line where you normally would get on in about 15-20 minutes, and it took 3 times that amount. So when you go from 2 trains to 1 train ops, it doesn't just double your wait time, it like triples it, and even more than that, because then the line starts backing up further and further and further. In other words, with the kind of crowd that we got here today, if New Texas Giant were running 2 trains, the line here would be about 10-15 minutes. Instead, it's probably up to about an hour and a half, 2 hours now. So I will not come back here unless the line really clears out towards the end. That's the weird thing. I have never seen New Texas Giant on 1 train ops. Even on really, really light crowd days, they're always running 2 trains. I don't know what kind of crowd they thought they were going to get today. A perfect weather day. You're talking 70 degrees, sunny. This is going to bring out a big crowd. But it actually turned out to not bring out as many people as I thought, but New Texas Giant still needs 2 trains, especially with Titan not operating and Runaway Mine gone. You usually have a lot of people waiting in line for Runaway Mine that are now probably going to be here at New Texas Giant. You got a lot of people that would ordinarily ride Titan that instead are here at New Texas Giant, so they need 2 train ops, even if they think it's going to be a light crowd. Oh, and also, Mr. Freeze is now my 3rd most ridden coaster in my life. The one here at Over Texas. It actually surpassed New Texas Giant today. I finished the day with last ride of the night on Shockwave. This is one I've never ended a day with before. I think I may have topped 100 lifetime rides on Shockwave now. I'll have to look at my notes to see. But this is the first time that I've ever done double digits in a day. I did 4 on Mr. Freeze. It had a super long line all day. I played it right to be able to get those 4 laps. Because for most of the day, you're looking at 45 minutes to over an hour. New Texas Giant, I got 2 laps. I got lucky because when we rolled into the station, nobody was waiting for the 1 row, and I just hopped right up there, just 1 row in front of me, so I got a double. The guests messed up by not filling that row, and I took advantage of it. But that was almost an hour wait, and then it was like a 2-hour wait, and it stayed that way all day. That was only because of the one train ops, though. I'm not sure which is the quickest way to get out of here. I don't think this is the quickest way, though. This seems like the long way. That was just one of those days at Six Flags. Not a huge crowd, but big enough when you're only running one train on all 4 of your main big coasters. That's going to be a problem. Well, one train on your 4 big operating coasters. That, of course, doesn't count Titan. That's Mr. Freeze, New Texas Giant, Shockwave, and Batman the Ride. Although Shockwave wasn't a problem to have one train. The other 3 were big problems having one train. I still enjoy my day here today, especially since this is a park that I get to come to a lot. So whenever I get days like this that I can't get a lot of rides on Freeze and New Texas Giant, that's when I take advantage of Shockwave. But without Titan open, it really does feel like there's quite the void in the lineup. But at least Shockwave didn't have a long line, and it is an awesome ride. Here on day 2, I started the day with 5 laps on Mr. Freeze in the first 45 minutes. Then I came over, did a couple laps on Batman the Ride. Mr. Freeze broke down after my 5 rides. During my first ride on Batman the Ride, I heard it was broke down. I did the back row, then the front row. Still doesn't have much of a wait, but they are running one train. That was pretty cool that Mr. Freeze was actually testing a good 45 minutes before park opening. So it was ready at opening. So I came right here, no wait. I think on my 5th ride I had to wait an extra cycle, maybe 2 extra cycles, but still, I'll take that any day. And especially when my first 4 rides were walk-ons. So if Mr. Freeze is ready at park opening, come straight here, get a few laps on it, go over to Batman the Ride, and then head over to New Texas Giant. Because New Texas Giant rides better when it's had time to warm up. And you can also go over to Riddler's Revenge if you want. The tables that they put on the inside of Shockwave's queue has been confusing a lot of people. There's been a lot of people that have been going off to the left to get on the ride. They don't realize that that's the exit only. Or it's the flash pass entrance to go over there also. But they took away the queue from inside there and put up tables, and so people walk by it not realizing that that is the right entrance. They see the tables, they don't think it's the right entrance. And I understand that confusion. But yes, go underneath the sign, go into that area just off to the left to enter the ride. And all over Six Flags Over Texas, the water fountains have been turned off. I guess they're trying to sell you water at the stands, or trying to get you to buy their souvenir cups. Still seems like a really low move to turn the water fountains off. But there is still free water that you can get at the sinks in the bathroom. So that's it from this trip to Six Flags Over Texas. Operations here, not too good this weekend, but I managed it. The only reason why is because of one train ops on all their major coasters. But what's interesting is that Runaway Mine Train was running 2 trains. Runaway Mountain was also running 2 trains. So those didn't have long lines. But New Texas Giant, oh boy. Mr. Freeze, yikes. But I managed it well. Only got 3 rides on New Texas Giant, but I'll take it, considering the 1-hour to 2-hour lines that it's had pretty much the whole weekend. Mr. Freeze, I managed it well going there early, but I did not foresee 2 trips into the year that I would have a higher ride count on Runaway Mine Train than I do on New Texas Giant.